Over the years, I've realized that most of my favorite memories don't come from the biggest adventures. They're usually the ones I never saw coming, something that didn't quite go according to plan. A place that doesn't look real, a moment that no photograph could ever do justice, or simply the feeling of being exactly where you're supposed to be, if only for a little while. I think that's why I keep coming back to places like this. Not to take another country off a list, but to be reminded of just how much of this world there still is left to explore. For 4 days, we packed everything into the car and set off to explore Southern Iceland, chasing waterfalls, volcanoes, walking across black sand beaches, and discovering landscapes that somehow feel more like another planet than our own. But I realized that the places themselves are only ever part of the story. It's the early mornings before anyone else is awake, the unexpected detours, the conversations you'll still laugh about years later, and most importantly, the people that you get to share it all with. Because sometimes, an adventure doesn't need to last for weeks, or take you to the summit of a mountain. Sometimes 4 days is more than enough. This is our journey through Southern Iceland. The Westman Islands were never part of the plan. The only reason we came here is because the day before we were supposed to go up the Eyjafjallajökull volcano, our guides told us that the weather was too bad and they would have to cancel the climb.
This is the hike we're supposed to do, but the weather for tomorrow is not looking too good, so tour company cancelled on us.
We scrambled to find a good alternative to fit our itinerary, and last minute came up with the idea to spend one night in the Westman Islands instead. By the end of the trip, I think we could all agree that the Westmans were one of the favorite parts of the entire journey. It really does have something for everyone, from the jagged volcanic peaks to its pristine beaches with powerful waves bashing the shores, as well as inhabiting the largest puffin colony you can find anywhere in Iceland. If you're visiting in summer, one thing I would recommend absolutely everyone to do is to go up one of the big peaks near the campground at midnight.
It's midnight. We're the last ones on the mountain. All the way up there. And it is just stunning.
If you're lucky and the sun is out, you will have the most amazing sunset you've ever seen in your life. There is no shortage of other amazing hikes to do on the Westman Island. We went up the famous Heimakletter, which is a very interesting hike that requires the use of some scrambling and crossing some ladders to get up to its beautiful summit.
Okay.
There's also the duo of very famous volcanoes, Eldfell and Helgafell. These are a bit easier to get up, but offer dramatic views of the entire landscape, as well as giving you the presence of climbing on a real volcano that was active not too long ago.
First up of the day. We're getting water blasted. Alright, I'm going back.
It didn't take long before we realized this wasn't the kind of road trip where you'd want to stick to a schedule. Every stop seemed to have another incredible waterfall waiting for us. But there was one that stayed with us long after we'd left. Standing beside Gullfoss, you begin to appreciate the sheer power of nature. One of the things that surprised me most was just how quickly and often the landscape would change, as well as the pure diversity of destinations.
Big shipwreck.
One moment we'd be hiking out to see the remains of a crashed aircraft, and the next, walking along beaches that felt like another planet. Then, just around the next corner,
If you've followed me for a while, you'll probably know I have a bit of an obsession with mountains. Whether it's hiking,
We're hiking in lava-ish.
trail running, or simply sitting at a summit for a while, it's where I feel happiest. One of my favorite hikes from the entire trip was Geldingadelir, where you're literally hiking up a volcano surrounded by vast lava fields. Trips like these always leave me feeling the same way. Grateful for the memories and experiences, and excited for whatever adventure comes next.